We are back with the tier list, and as you can see by this title, we're going to rank the last 10 NBA finals that occurred. So, starting from 2014 to 2023. Now, I kind of had to make this myself because there was none, or if it was, it was very outdated. So, we're going to go in order, rank them in a tier list. I'll give the final ranking at the end. But right now, let's just get into it. So let's see, 2014. I'm sorry. That's gotta be D tier. That series was boring. The Spurs were on a mission to avenge 2013, and they did that basically. Yeah. Kawhi slowed down LeBron, and that was basically wraps. The Heat won one game in San Antonio and none the next. So yeah, it was pretty boring if I remember correctly. Although to be fair, I was like, what was I like? Almost 9, I think. So maybe that's why. But yeah, that is the Spurs championship. That was their last one of the dynasty, and yeah, that's all there really is to say. 2015 was interesting. Obviously, this is the Warriors' first run, and LeBron's first time in the finals back with the Cavs. So, this is their first of their famous rivalry, and if I'm being honest, it was like their second best one out of the 4. We're gonna put it in B tier. I do think no Kyrie and no Kevin Love kind of ruined this series. I feel like it could have been way more competitive and, no asterisks on it. I think the Cavs would have won the series if they were fully healthy, but hey, whatever. Yeah. B seems right. I don't know. I'll adjust these as I go along, as I assume. Okay. So, next, obviously, 2016, peak NBA, the first and only 3-1 comeback in the NBA Finals, and led by the greatest player of all time, obviously, against a 73-win team. That's insane. And yes, Warriors fans are going to point at Draymond getting suspended, or even Bogut getting injured, but at the same time, your motto was strength in numbers, so, I mean, it's still impressive nonetheless. So, yeah, 2016, obviously, since the Warriors had to rebound from that, they went and got KD, and that led to the greatest team of all time in the 2017 Warriors, and I'm going to keep it real with you guys. That series was boring. It was boring. 5 games. Cavs won 1 game because, the Warriors kind of chilled out after taking a 3-0 lead. This had one good game, and it was game 3. And it was pretty obvious that the Warriors were going to win this after game 2 or even game 1. It was pretty obvious. Up next, we got the 2018 finals, and this might be a controversial take, but I'm gonna put it above both of these ones. And you may be thinking, hey Tommy, it was a sweep, so shouldn't it be worse? Well, I mean, this one had like 2 good games, I remember. Obviously, game 1 a classic, 51 points from LeBron and J.R. Smith screwing up along with George Hill, and Warriors win in overtime. And game 3 was also close, and Warriors pulled out that game thanks to Kevin Durant's heroics. So I feel like that one had more memorable moments than 2017. 2014, I'm trying to even remember if I can think of any memorable moments. LeBron's cramp and LeBron getting annoyed that Kawhi's checking in are the only ones I can really remember. The Spurs set the record for most points in a quarter, I believe. I do think the Cavs in 2017 broke that. Kevin Durant's shot for both of these memorable. And this one, actually, game two was pretty cool too. Because he had Curry chasing the record for most threes made in the finals. I believe he made 9. He was just chucking them, but you know. So yeah, it was good for him. Finals MVP, yeah, went to KD. I don't care. I'm just gonna not talk about that. So that's a topic for another day. Anyways, 2019 finals. I'll put it in C tier. The reason it's in C tier is they split the first two, then the Raptors took a 3-1 lead, then the Warriors rushed. What did they do? They rushed Kevin Durant back from injury. And when he was on the court, I'll give them credit, it looked like they were about to pull off a 3-1 comeback. It looked like it was going to be the easiest one ever. And at the time, I thought that's how the Warriors dynasty would end. They would avenge 2016 and come back 3-1. And, you know, Kevin Durant would leave, Clay would leave, because there were rumors Clay was going to leave. So, yeah, that's how I thought would happen. A very good, I think, Game 1 was kind of boring. I think the Raptors blew them out, if I remember. Game 2, that was close, and Iguodala hit a 3. That's where we get that famous Max Kellerman line. So, obviously, that boosts the series up a bit. Game 3, Curry had like 49 or 50 or something, but he lost because, you know, he was running out there with Alfonso McKinney, and I believe Clay was out that game too. Clay came back for Game 4, but Warriors still lost. And Splash Bros came back to steal Game 5 after Nick Nurse called a timeout stupidly. But Clay went down in Game 6, and the Raptors just took advantage and won. Curry missed the final shot, and that was all. So a pretty good series. Now that I'm thinking out, I'll put it. It's around the same as this one, this Warriors ring, because I feel like it was entertaining to watch, but also if the other team was healthy, you know, they would have won. More so this one, because no one's beating the KD Warriors. 2020 finals. That was closer, I think. I remember each game was close. You have that iconic Jimmy Butler Game 5, and LeBron had 40 that game, which is crazy because I forgot he was the leading scorer that game until I looked it up recently. And you get LeBron bringing LA a championship, and people are gonna say, "Oh, it's the bubble, so it doesn't count." Well, I mean, like, okay, but what do you want him to do? Like, stop COVID by himself? Like, I don't know what you guys want. No one was really beating this Lakers team, I think. The Heat were really injured and depleted, but I still feel like they wouldn't beat this Lakers team. That team was like dominant throughout the whole playoffs. So I do have a series about the 2020 playoffs if you want to go look it out. I'll probably put like a card up here or something. So yeah, go check that out. You know what? I'll put it in C. I feel like just because there wasn't a crowd, that automatically makes it lower, because I feel like crowd reactions is what we remember most. Or at least it adds to it. And let's see, 2021 finals. This might be controversial. Peak NBA. This is peak. This truly is peak NBA. I'm realizing I don't have a single one that's gonna go in A tier, but yeah, I feel like this was like the peak. Maybe it's because this is when I was like most into basketball besides now, or this is when I got to the level where I'm at. But this finals was so entertaining. You have the Suns winning Game 1, obviously. Giannis coming back miraculously. Giannis drops 40, I believe, in Game 2, but it still isn't enough because his team sucked that game. They were down 0-2. Chris Middleton and Drew Holiday are laughing in press conferences. And the Bucks reverse sweep them. Game 3, blowout. But that last 3 stretch of games, second best 3 stretch of games ever besides the 2016 finals. You have Booker putting up 2 masterclasses and Giannis putting up 50 bomb. Giannis had 2 iconic moments in back-to-back games, which is insane. Also, putting a card up here if you want to check the video out on that Giannis run in particular. But yeah, the 2021 finals were so entertaining. Sucks that there was injuries, but low-key that kind of made it more entertaining. Okay, 2022 finals. If I'm being quite honest, this was kind of mid. I'm gonna be real with you guys. Before you say, "Oh, you're a Warriors hater," I was rooting for them in this finals. I was rooting for them. They were my second favorite team at the time, so obviously I wanted Steph to get that ring, and so you can't call me a hater because I actually wanted them to win, but that finals was boring, bro. Like game one was close until the fourth quarter, and the Celtics went on some crazy run. And I think they ended up blowing out the Warriors. Game 2, Warriors blowout, like they just decimated them. Game 3, Boston decimated them. Game 4, that is the only good game of that whole series, I think. You had Steph willing that team to victory with like 43, 45 points or something. Game 5, Steph played awful, but the Warriors, this is when the Andrew Wiggins propaganda began. Because people wanted to troll and not give him the Finals MVP, which was hilarious. And Game 6, Boston was ahead, but then the Warriors went on like a 26-point run or something, if I remember correctly. And they ended up winning. So, I don't know. I feel like these ones, I feel like it was just more, not iconic, but more close games. More close games, basically. And I'll put... You guys are calling this finals mid. I can see that. But, game 1, blowout. Game 2, close game and a comeback from the Heat. Game 3... Was that a blow? I don't remember. It might have been a blowout. I don't remember. One of those games was close. That's all I remember. There were 2 blowouts in particular. And, no, it was Game 3 was a blowout. Then Game 4 was a blowout. It was, close. See, I'm already kind of forgetting a bit. But, Game 5, that is my favorite closeout game of all time, basically. Just sloppy basketball that only sickos would enjoy watching. And it was really funny to watch because Jimmy was trolling for the first, like, was it 42 minutes of the game, then suddenly remembered he could play basketball. I don't know. Yeah, it's a high C tier, I feel like. Let's see if I can adjust these at all. Okay, now we're gonna rank these ones. Worst finals, obviously. 2017, that's the worst finals. And actually, nah, I'll put the Spurs as the worst. 2017 Warriors, that was the worst finals. Yeah, 2018, third worst. So that would be 8th place. In 7th, we have the 2020 finals. Yeah, 2020 finals. In yeah, this one's hard. I feel like they're interchangeable, to be honest. This is my opinion. Don't kill me, okay? Just leave me alone, okay? But I feel like they're interchangeable. Yeah, screw it. 6th place, we got the 2022 finals. Yeah, 2022 finals. Yeah, I'll put that there. 2023 finals. Yeah. 2023 finals. Is it top 5? Okay, hold on. I'm kind of rethinking this. Is it top 5? Yeah, it is. And 2019, 2015, and I'll put this A. And no, this is peak 2. So yeah, here's the rankings. No A tier finals really. I mean, if you want, I guess you can slide this one up there if you want. Maybe slide that there. And that there. Actually, no. Slide that there. There you go. This is the ranking. Alright. I'm going to put out more finals tier lists because, you know, now that this final's over, we can add them into the rankings of what I want to do. So, yeah. Stay subscribed. Like the video. I'm going to put out a ton of content this offseason. So, yeah. See ya.